This vlog addresses a serious concern that many people have. The question of whether you should buy or charter a yacht is of course a very pleasant dilemma to have to face. Both options are costly, but they indicate that you've arrived at a point where you can afford to take some of the cash that you've earned and use it to improve the quality of your life without worrying too much about how much you lose. Here I take a look at the advantages and the pitfalls of both options in an attempt to help my viewers decide what's best for them. The advantages of chartering a yacht are many and are convincing, starting with the great flexibility that yacht charter offers. Owning a yacht, of course, ties you down to keeping it in one place at any one time. So, if you fancy a week on the Amalfi Coast, but your yacht is in the Bahamas, the only way you're going to be able to satisfy your desire is by chartering. As the yacht charter industry has grown, super yachts have become more and more available all over the world, such as the gorgeous alloy yacht Drumbeat, available in Hawaii and the South Pacific in the summer and Australia in the winter. Or the rather distinctive looking Ocean Emerald that can be chartered in Thailand. That's the boat in the background, by the way. The flexibility that comes with charter is not limited to just the location of the cruising ground though. Many people in a position to charter are undecided as to whether they prefer to enjoy the peace and tranquility of a sailing yacht, such as Perini Navi's Spirit of the Seas, or the considerable volume of a motor yacht like Tankoa's magnificent Solo. Sometimes they may want a vacation with just their spouse or partner and are happy to use a relatively small vessel with intimate spaces. Other times they may want to invite the whole family or throw a lavish party on board for a special occasion. The beauty with being a yacht charter client is that you can have the kind of yacht that you want for that specific vacation, in the place that you want to be, and when you want it to be there. Sure, this comes at a price, but another advantage with yacht charter is that you really can control how much you want to spend. A charter contract spells out exactly what your costs are, and as long as you stick to a budget that's agreed on before the charter starts, known as an advanced provisioning allowance, there should be no unexpected expenses. You can return home after your vacation, and if the next day the yacht gets damaged in an accident or something breaks that's going to be expensive to repair, well, it's not your problem, because it's not your yacht. Having said that great flexibility is an advantage of yacht charter, I have to say that an element of inflexibility is a disadvantage. Most yachts get booked for charter well ahead of time, so once you've put the dates in your calendar, it really is quite difficult to change them. Many wealthy people lead extremely busy lives, and for them it's incredibly difficult to say with any certainty that they shall be free on a specific date 6 months ahead of time. And if you've booked a charter for a specific date in a specific place, and then by a freak of nature it pours with rain every day of your charter, well, there's not much you can do about that either. Crew is another aspect of a yacht charter that's almost impossible to change. Each charter yacht comes with a crew that has been chosen by the owner of the yacht. And although it has to be said that the standard of charter crew tends to be very high indeed, the fact remains that they would not necessarily be the people that you would choose for the job if the yacht were yours, which it's not. To be fair, I should say that those disadvantages of charter can be shielded against if you have a good charter broker. Now, I'm not a charter broker, I never have been a charter broker, but I do watch my colleagues in the charter department at Northrop & Johnson and see how they work, and I'm constantly amazed by the amount of research they do on every single vessel to ensure that their clients have the best possible charter experience. They will visit a yacht and look at it through the eyes of the most demanding client imaginable, considering everything from the presentation and quality of the cuisine to the size of the beds and the comfort of the mattresses. They try to get to know that yacht, and maybe more importantly, the yacht crew inside out, and also get to know their client and their client's interests and preferences very, very well indeed, so that they can pair the right yacht to the right person. So if you want to have an excellent charter, make sure you have an excellent charter broker. What about buying a yacht though? Well, the advantages of buying seem to correspond with the disadvantages of charter. If you are so busy that you can't book your vacation months in advance, then you don't really need to if you've bought a yacht. You can fly down to spend time on board when it suits you and for as long or short a time as it suits you, because you own it and the crew on board work for you. You're the boss. And talking about the crew, you get to choose every single member if you want to, although I should add that most yacht owners I know do leave this to the captain. However, if you like a particular chef because you really enjoy the flavours and presentation of his food, then you do have the opportunity to employ him on your yacht. If you want a chief stewardess with child caring experience or medical training, a deckhand who can teach scuba diving or is qualified to use jet skis, you can have all of that because you choose the crew that you want to run your yacht. Naturally, this does apply to decor too. Each individual has very unique requirements as to what makes them feel comfortable and relaxed. And whilst it's true that most charter yachts are beautifully adorned, it's unlikely that every part of the vessel will be exactly the way that you want it. If interior decor and styling is important to you, you will probably be more at ease on a yacht that you have bought, rather than one that you charter. Buying a yacht really is the only way to get exactly what you want, and with little to no compromises. The biggest downside of yacht ownership is without a doubt the cost. Owning a yacht really is not for the faint-hearted. Apart from the depreciation of your assets that I'll talk about in next week's video, the cost of running a super yacht is notable too. I produced a video about that a few months ago that's become very popular, and if you haven't seen it, a link should appear on screen now. It's not just the foreseeable costs either. Unforeseen expenses can occur if the yacht is involved in an accident. Things break all the time on board and are rarely cheap to repair, and the cost of a berth in popular places like Ibiza in the summer is head-spinningly high. For many yacht owners though, problems come not in the form of the yacht, but in the form of the crew. A good crew on a bad boat can still make sure that you have a wonderful time every time you visit. But a bad crew on a great yacht is a combination that has led many wealthy people to get out of yachting altogether. If a couple who are romantically involved work together on board and are having relationship problems, this can spill over to negatively affect all of the guests on board. And captains and crew members who have a less than honest approach in spending their boss's money can tarnish the reputations of the thousands of decent professional crew members out there, once again leading to unnecessary stress for the yacht owner. On that last point, I have to say that your choice of captain is every bit as important as your choice of the yacht itself. I know some excellent, hard-working, honest captains whose work behind the scenes ensures that when the owner arrives on his yacht, he really is there just to relax, because even if there were any problems with the yacht, they've already been resolved quietly by the captain. For those of you watching this video who are in a position to buy a yacht, and I'm pleased to say that an increasing number of people watching my YouTube channel do contact me, my sincere advice to you is, no matter how hard you negotiate in every aspect of the purchase of your yacht, if you have a good captain, just pay him well. The return on that investment is tangible, not just in the amount of enjoyment that you'll get from using the yacht, but also in terms of hard cash when you come to resell a well-maintained vessel. So, to buy or to charter a yacht, I guess the absolutely ideal situation is to buy the yacht that you really want, make it available for other people to charter for a few weeks of the year, and then charter a different yacht at another time of the year when you want to experience something a little different. For those that are in a financial position to do so, I can hardly imagine a better way to spend money that I've allocated just so that I can enjoy my life with my family or with my friends. Of course, most of my viewers are not in a position to do that just yet, but I always hear from people who are working hard because they aspire to enjoy that kind of lifestyle one day. To those of you that are doing that, I wish you every success, and you'll be particularly interested to watch next week's vlog when I pose a question that you too may be asking one day. That is, whether to buy a new or a pre-owned yacht. Don't miss out on what promises to be a very interesting vlog by subscribing to my channel.